Good day everyone, I am Robert G. Puentes and I am the first reporter in our group. So, let's start. How to factor your personality into your decision making. As much as logic should bring in your choices, the way you make a choice will always affect your personality. Individual personality is an unavoidable consideration combined with maturity and experience, but constructive self-awareness can help you weigh how much your institution impact your decision-making process. So, sinasabi dito na ang iyong personalidad at mga karanasan ang nakaka-impluwensya sa iyong mga desisyon. Ang pagkakaroon ng kamalayan sa sarili ay nagtutulak sa mas mabuting pagdidesisyon sa pamamagitan ng pag-unawa kung paano nakaka-apekto ang iyong institusyon sa iyong mga desisyon. And then, what is the interesting about the choice? Is that they are all yours. No other being on earth will make precisely the same choice that you do, using the same exact procedure. It's because personality keeps every decision you make updated, in conjunction with your degree of maturity, experience, and ego qualities. The way you cope with stress and retain stability. Temperament plays a major role in the choices you make and the process you make them by. So, sinasabi dito, in short, ang bawat isa ay may kanya-kanyang desisyon. Ang ating mga sariling katangian at karanasan ang nagtuturo sa atin kung paano tayo magdidesisyon. How your brain make decisions. Decision making is multiply determined, meaning that there are multiple forces at work simultaneously. Your personality characteristic and influence blend with your beliefs, your desire, and your inspirations as you navigate the decision-making process every day. Your style informs whether you are rationally or emotionally, impulsively or cautiously, spontaneously or deliberately approach decision. If you have bold and adventurous components to your personality, you will find that you make decisions easily, even impulsive, unlike your rational equivalent who may need to consider every angle before weighing in. So, sinasabi dito na ang paggawa ng desisyon ay pwedeng maapektuhan halimbawa ng katangian, personalidad, paniniwala, hangarin at inspirasyon. Ang iyong estilo sa pagdidesisyon ay maaaring makatwiran o emosyonal, pabigla-bigla o maingat, pusa o sadyang pinag-iisipan. Kung may matapang at mapang-akit na bahagi ng iyong personalidad, madali kang gumawa ng desisyon kahit pabigla-bigla kumpara sa isang nakapangangatwirang tao na kailangang isaalang-alang muna ang lahat ng respeto bago magdesisyon. Cultural influence in decision making. Decision making is a mental process that is an important part of preparing and taking action in a variety of ways and at the wide range of levels, including though not limited to budget preparation, educational preparing, policy making, and career building. Such events include people all over the world. The underlying cross-cultural disparities in decision-making can be a major contributing factor in cross-cultural communication, negotiation, and conflict resolution performance. So, sinasabi dito na ang paggawa ng desisyon ay isang mahalagang proseso ng pag-iisip na kinakailangan sa iba't ibang larangan tulad ng paghahanda ng budget, edukasyon, paggawa ng patakaran at pagbuo ng karera. Kasama rito ang mga tao sa buong mundo, ang mga pagkakaiba-iba sa kultura at may malaking epekto sa paraan ng paggawa ng desisyon at mahalaga ito sa cross-cultural na komunikasyon, negosasyon at paglutas ng salungatan.
Hi everyone, this is Mariel G. Balderas from Group 10. My topic is all about decision-making models. The decision-making models has three parts: First is the universal model, second is the dispositional model, and the third is the dynamic model. Universal model, typically, the scientists who use this model believe there is only a small difference in how people from different cultures make their choices. The findings obtained from the one party are usually related to humans. The universal model, typically the scientists who use this model believe there is only a small difference in how people from different cultures make their choices. The findings obtained from one party are usually related to humans. The dispositional model, the adherents of the dispositional view recognize that decision-making differences are cross-cultural and support the cause of cross-cultural study. They assume that the variations found in the studies reflect the omnipresence of cultural inclinations in individuals' minds and are expected to appear in all situations and situational context. The dynamic model, adherents of this view often consider cross-cultural variations. They view cultural knowledge not as a monolithic construct that is continuously present, but as a collection of discrete knowledge that is promote the development and testing of complex model reflecting the process by which culture influences decision makers.
Good day, I'm Jay Garcia. I will explain to you the effect of culture on decision making. Co-cultural variances. Western theories are known for the systematic use of logical analysis, a methodical approach to solving complex problems by splitting them into their constituent parts and defining the patterns of cause and effect, the constituent parts. While Oriental philosophies are well known for their focus on holism, the notion that the properties of a given system cannot be defined or clarified solely by the parts of its components, but the system as a whole decides how the components behave. We all live under the same sun. Although we're all the same, we still have difference, particularly in culture, and it depends on our past experience, environment, individual differences, belief in personal relevance, in age and socioeconomic status. For example, when this Western theory and Oriental philosophy met and paired, what do you think may happen? Or where do you think their conversation and personal opinion will lead to? It might lead in understanding or chaos, right? It's because of the cultural differences they have and on how they see or solve things of problems. Even as we do have our own way solving our problems, we have our own way of solving things and managing them. And that affects the decision making when two or more people are involved in decision making. But ika nga, two heads are better than one. So both of your opinions or things might help make things better. Paragraph number 2. The individuals from high and low context cultures also differ in their communication style. The former prefers the less direct style, and thereby they are less explicit in stating their feelings, desires, and intention when communicating verbally. The latter, on the contrary, are less likely to camouflage their message and conceal their intentions. It simply says that high context cultures are not explicit or expressive in words. For example, in their feelings, intention, or desires. While in low context cultures naman, they are more likely to be direct and explicit in the communication, openly expressing their thoughts and intention without camouflaging their messages or concealing their intention. Paragraph number 3. The culturally normative communication style also enhance people's responsiveness to the transmitted message and influences the perception of the communicator. It influences hearing decisions. HR agents are more likely to recruit direct, assertive, and even aggressive applicants in cultures of low background, whereas the reverse trend and found in cultures of high background. So, the way people communicate based on their culture affects how messages are understood and how to speak and send. This also impacts hearing decision, especially in cultures where communication style differ. In cultures that value direct and assertive communication, job recruiters may prefer candidates who are confident and decisive. On the other hand, in cultures that prefer subtle and diplomatic communication, recruiters may look for candidates who are good at building relationships and showing sensitivity. In simple terms, the way people communicate can influence who gets hired. So, some cultures, direct and assertive communicator are preferred, while in others, those who are more diplomatic and relationship-oriented are favored. It's important to consider these cultural differences when making hearing decisions. Thank you.